Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. And, yeah. Here we're going to do... I've already started, selected the jobs we're going to do this. We are going from LA to Santa Cruz. A frack tank is what we are apparently delivering. And yeah, we're going to be doing it in the Volvo. Now, I'm just having a look here. Our money, of course, we've got $70,000 in the bank. I think what we're going to do is we're going to do a bit of driving. Going to get that to 100 grand, and then we're going to buy a truck. And then next time we play, we can drive said truck. So that'll be pretty exciting. Let's have a look here. We've got the big Volvo. And this interesting trailer setup. So we just turn around the yard here. And we'll just stop here for a mo. It's, whoops. Yeah, interesting. To say the least. I've no idea where that takes us. Anyway, back in the cab. Let's get going. So I hope everybody's okay out there. Doing all right. I've been just got hard drive formatting on our old sort of family computer, could I say? Because we're gonna back that up, and the drive I usually use to back that up, I'm going to repurpose and actually use it to back up drive on my computer, which I'm using right now. So fun times, formatting drives and making sure I'm not deleting data I might need one day. But oh well. I've actually the hard drive that I'm clearing, I do have that data on my network storage, but I'm just trying to think when the last time I was like, I need something off of that hard drive. Not recently, if I'm honest. Not for a while, so. Geez, look at this traffic. Look at this traffic here. There's a bit around. Turn around, bright eyes. Bit of police action there in the Ford Explorer. And then there's another copper just there. And it looks like he's in a Charger or something or other. So, I don't know if they will, but it'd be pretty cool if they dodge for like, let's sell Chargers here in Australia. Depends, of course, how much it would cost them to engineer it so it could be right-hand drive. Anyway, around there, we probably could have waited, but no. So the truck I plan on getting is a old Mack truck that I have. That is a mod, and I tested a little bit earlier just to make sure it wasn't going to crash the game, because I had some mods installed and they were causing some problems, some truck mods. So I got rid of all of them except two. Got rid of all mods in the game except for two, and whoops, that seems to be not breaking the game anymore, so which is good. So hopefully we can buy the old Mack and have that as our old school truck bus. Oh my, oh yawns, dem yawns. Right, so we want to go right, so we'll put our indicator on nice and early. Why not? Yeah, look at this trailer. She's on a lane and a half, that's for sure. Anyway. So look at this cab. Looks pretty good. Gee, she's plenty of room in the back end there. Right, let's go. Plenty of room in the back of the cab for sleeping or nefarious activities. Actually, we want to go straight ahead, don't we, and turn at the next one. Oh, come on. That Volvo, that is borderline running a red light there. I'd probably pull him over, give him a warning. A stern warning, should I say. What have I got going over there? Orange, red, green, go. Ooh, that was dicey. Right, we want to turn up here. I feel like this trip's already probably the longest one we've done, and we haven't even left town. Oh, so it's like it's taken us like forever to get to here, almost. Oh, go! Do something. Ooh, are we hitting that car? No, we'll just stay here. Can we now? We can go around this corner, I think, on red. I think you can turn right on red, but we're going to wait till the lights turn green because I'm a responsible motorist. Okay, that's questionable. But what have we got? Motor City, Chinese takeout, sportswear, active fashion. I love it. The Chinese takeout's got a little fish sign there. This is a question, if anybody out there has actually driven across Los Angeles, how long, excuse me, did it take? It's an interesting question. How long did it take to drive across LA? Not long if you believe Colombo, and due to black, I think the crime is, yeah, if I remember correctly. Not a bad Columbo. John Cassavetes in it. And also, I forget her name, but Gwyneth Paltrow's mum is in that episode of Columbo as well. Oh, come on, ambulance. Gee. Oh, para. Oh, this is not good. Oh, we're going to go into one lane. That really annoys me when it's like, hey, 2 lanes, and also it's like, ha, jokes, 1. There we go, there, Kenworth dealer, looking pretty suave. Ooh! Leaving Los Angeles. Good, give me that open highway. Right, we're going to follow that Jeep Wrangler. 555 divorce, $100 down. Class. Pure unadulterated class. So it's 95 degrees apparently, according to the dash of the truck. Let's go. Just get up to speed pretty easy, so we'll put the cruise on and we'll schmooze over into the middle. Because we don't want to go to Phoenix. We're also not going to Bakersfield, but yes, so we have $70,539. So what we're going to do is we're going to do this delivery. That'll take us, I think this is going to give us, now it's about 13. So it'll take us 83. And then 2 more jobs after this probably, and that'll get us to about 100,000. And then I might borrow a little bit more as well, and then we will go and we will purchase our truck, because the truck I was having a look before starts at 87. So we're going to need a bit of a buffer, a little bit more capital, so we can get some upgrades, etc. on it. So engine, gearbox, no doubt, you know, a couple of upgrades, and of course some accessories, you know, bull bar. I had a look and get a bull bar on it. I thought we'll go with that. Driving lights, of course, on that. Granny visor, you know, flashing beacons. We've got to be taking some heavier loads and that sort of stuff as well. So we don't want to rest. We will probably most likely have more than 12 grand's worth of accessories on the truck. I don't know. We'll see, but I'll anyway, we'll get to 100 and I will borrow some money as well, just so we have a little bit of a buffer. So I don't want to be like, oh, let's do all this, you know, change all this stuff on this truck or add some bits and pieces and not be able to afford it and have to be like, how did we have this configured when it's time to go back to the shop? So we'll just borrow some extra money and we'll be able to pay. I'm pretty confident we'll be able to pay it off. So, but of course, you don't want to be borrowing minimum. But you know, anyway, we'll get into it. So. And then I think, you know, when we're going okay and we can justify it, we'll probably just get a bog standard another truck, just a stocky, and we will then hire a driver. I think could be the GOOO. I want to get back into this right-hand lane here, apparently. Maxing out at 55. Highway 55. What's this here say? Steep grades. No. I suppose it's like, you trucks, stay over in that slow lane. Oh yeah. Truck lane, slow vehicles only. Cool. It's interesting that this road, I mean, it might do in real life, but at least here on the game doesn't have like a runoff area. Oh no, he's broken down by the looks. Ha, it's a Peterbilt. Interesting it doesn't have like runoff, because I've been on a road, highway that goes up into Toowoomba. I'm not sure what it's actually called, but there is runoff areas for trucks because it is quite, there might be some here for the downhill, maybe, but there is like little slip off lanes on the runaway backup ramp. So runaway only. Oh yes, and you go up there. They have those sorts of things, yeah. On the way down and also on the way up, and then the highway takes you to Toowoomba. That is I don't know if it's been improved or not, but it is a legit goat track. When I was there, this is quite a while ago now, like probably 10 years ago. It was a while ago. But yeah, the roads, it was pretty ordinary actually, considering that Toowoomba's, there's a lot of traffic on the road. Toowoomba's like not a small city. So it's just, yeah, interesting to see the runoff lanes and things for the trucks, because a lot of trucks get on that road. Anyway, we're heading north. We're going to round up this dump truck, I think. Grass down the road, nice. So we're going to go up here. So what are we on? Highway 5. I suppose there's a big 5 there, so it must be Highway 5. Yep. Going to San Francisco. Awesome. Now, I don't know... Actually, no, I was about to slip in behind this truck, but I won't. What is it, an F650 or something? That's a Ford. That's for sure. Probably a 650. They don't have 5, do they? It goes like 150, 250, 350, 450, and then 650, I think. I don't think there's a 550. But anyway, if you see an F truck around where I live, it's a bit of a novelty. You might see an older F250 if you're lucky. I think there is a 350 around, a newer one. I haven't seen for a while. But you can buy Dodge Ram. I think they only sell 1,500. And I don't know if you can get a 25, but you can get a Dodge Ram if you want. That is a few of them flitting around. And I think you can buy Silverado, but I am not sure what spec you can get one of them in. But I don't know, Ford like did legit conversions and whatever, so you could buy F-Series trucks. I wonder how they'd sell. I don't know, Ford Ranger Utes, like second biggest selling Ute and second biggest selling vehicle in the country. So if I had like offered F-Series truck, they'd probably sell. No, Siri. What? I'm here talking about Ford F-Series truck, and then Siri was like, what can I help you with? It's like, no. Alright, let's get up behind this Jeep. Oh yeah, bit of drama here. Ooh, car's on fire. Well, was on fire. Yeah, well, we'll stay over here on the left. You see that car there? It's like, went left, got behind this truck, truck's going slow. Oh, we'll go back over here to the opposite lane. Oh, we're speeding as well. Looks like the truck slowed itself down. Bang. Well, 200 miles left. 206. Of course, one thing when we get our own truck, we will have to be a bit more what's the word? Cautious. Ooh, that was a bit close. We'll have to take notice and manage our fuel, obviously, but most importantly, our rest. But I think that could be just a case of pretty much whenever we do a delivery, fill up and have a kip. So you can bypass the nearby way station. Good. Okay then. Oh, I wouldn't mind getting back over in that right-hand lane, but old mate Ian's Explorer, I think he knows what he's doing. He's on the brakes. Why doesn't he go left and round up that caddy? Because we're gonna at least attempt to. But look at this, he's speeding up again. Classic. And he's on the brakes again. Like, finally, he's made a decision. I'm gonna pull out and overtake. What a clown. Past the Chevron with a motel. I got scales there too. Oh mate, gonna have to wait. Bing bing. So, ooh, look at International Lone Star. Pretty suave. That might be like, that could be the ultimate. Another one over there. That's just a stocky. I can't even remember where we're going. where we were delivering this. Ah well, just go where the GPS tells me to. We weren't going to Fresno, no. That turn-off's just up there, we're going through it, so... I'm not going to Frezzy. Yeah, we'll go where we need to. That's where we're going to go. Is that Huron? Huron, in. Yep, cool. Just look at that CD player there. Geez, that's chicken feed looking, isn't it? Got the Volvo on there. Looks pretty average. Anyway, maybe we should turn it on and get some tunes going. Hey baby, when you talk like that, you make a woman go mad. Shakira, Shakira. Ah. Right. Sacramento and San Francisco. Excuse me. Whoa, that's a bit close. He's a brave man driving that Jeep with no roof, and the door's also off it. I don't think I'd do that game. Actually, I watched a crash test with a Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. It was, I think it was a Rubicon. Anyway, it was one of the four-door ones, because I've mentioned this before, that I am looking at some vehicles to upgrade to, or upgrade myself, and Jeep Wrangler I sort of thought could be a consideration. However, I watched a crash test of one, and what happened was it was sort of, I guess the crash was to simulate that of hitting a centre medium. Anyway, what happened was the vehicle hit this wall, concrete wall. The axle collapsed and it flipped over in the crash test, and apparently Jeep were like, oh, where are you? Oh, that happened because you didn't, test it to a certain spec, or you didn't test it how we would, blah blah blah. Anyway, so the people conducting the crash test tested the car again to the Jeep's apparent request, and the car flipped again. So I was like, same thing happened. She suspension, what do you call it? Front axle, I should say, collapsed, and she flipped. So I was like, right, why'd we get a Jeep Wrangler? I was lukewarm on one anyway. I was sort of like, but really mainly because you can't get a diesel option. We can get a diesel, I think, in a Rubicon, which is like the top spec. And I was like, I'm not paying top spec money for just so I can have a diesel engine. But so no Jeep Wrangler. That's crossed off the list. So I'm sort of narrowed it down to two vehicles. I think Subaru Outback could be an option, or a Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, which they're both pretty decent value for money, I think. But I don't know. Might have to go down to my local dealer and see what they've got. A good friend of ours, is a car salesman, so maybe I'm going to go and have a talk with them, and because they do used cars, so they might be able to get a good used in, something as traded. but we'll see. It's not really something that's top priority really at the moment. But before the end of the year though, I would like to be on the road to consolidating to one vehicle, which would be nice. Halve the bills. Well, not necessarily halve the bills, but reduce costs, Because the two cars, it probably costs me. The second car probably costs me. Well, I just paid insurance the other week. That was about $200. Rego, I don't know what that's worth. $300 or $400. So it's probably cost me, $500-$600 a year just to have the car, and that's without actually using it. So fuel and just general running costs. That's just so I can have it on the road, really. So I feel like, what if I can have one vehicle that does it all? At least what I want it to. Could be snazzy. And because it's interesting, yesterday, because I was like, I left the house yesterday, first time for quite a while, I had to go out. And because I'd been thinking and looking at a Subaru as an option, I reckon every single car was like a Subaru. I reckon I probably saw 20 of them. It was ridiculous. Alright, go for loose truck down here onto the highway. Actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go straight on, because this road just ends here, and we're going to go into this part here on the right hand side where we can rest, and we're just got to turn around and leave, because that'll have us, this little bit of the map will be discovered for us then. And that's what we're all about. Look at that. So we'll just do a U-turn here. We're just going to turn. Oh, I was going to say now there was a car here somewhere. We're going to make it round here without hitting this. No, I tell you, we've jackknifed this trailer. We haven't done a very good job here, have we? Oh, we'll get around there. I'll straighten that up. We want to go out here. Well, I can't see if there's any cars coming. Little window there, but ease ourselves out back onto the road. And we will go down here. So we've got 60 miles to go. Hopefully it won't take us too much longer. A couple of minutes. In real time, that is. Ourselves some dollary doolittles. For the kitty. Which would be nice, won't it? The temperature's gone down, 84 now. Fahrenheit on the truck there. So we've got plenty of fuel, which is good. 632 miles. I suppose that means we can go 119 gallons. That would be 118 gallons. We'll say 120. So that's 480 litres of fuel we're carrying. About, I think a gallon's about 4 litres. I don't know, but well, that's a US gallon, yeah. I mean, it depends because a gallon, measurements. A US gallon and a imperial gallon are actually different. I think a US gallon, say, might be 4.5, whereas where a imperial gallon is like 4, something like that. Like, why can't a gallon be a gallon? Why can't it be like, oh, well, we've got to have a different gallon measurement. Can't be the same. I mean, who decided on that? Like, oh yeah, let's I suppose the imperial gallon was around for a US gallon. But whatevs. Alright, let's see in Santa Cruz. it's going a bit hot, so we need to slow it down. And we're going to go up here, are we? Sure. Easy on the brakes. Nice bus. Oh, where are we going? Around here. Well, we could have gone straight on, couldn't we? Oh, well, it doesn't matter. We'll go around here again. Direct hire, used cars. They got anything in there for me? Nah, I don't want a truck or anything. Tell you what, I have an itchy part of my body. When we get to our destination, we might just put her on intermission, so I can. It's got to fix something with the door, because there's a little gust of wind, the door rattles, and it's quite annoying. So I have to put my I have a dumbbell put up against the door. It stops it, so I'll implement the dumbbell in a moment after we've done this delivery. I don't want to be the girl that laughs loudest. Not be the truth. I don't want to be that girl at 4 o'clock in the morning. What's he doing on mate in his Hummer? They're bringing them back, aren't they? Electric or something? A Hummer? Don't know who's going to buy one of them. Right. We just muscled our way. I didn't really realise this was going to one lane. We literally just muscled our way through. Oh well. Heartwood Furniture. Hardly that's 2 H's and there's a T. Make up a little, logo. Fun. Let's just... Whoa. Gee, that's a bit... up and down. If you want to do that, you bloody chunder if you're not careful. Alright, we can see the pin, so we're very close. 14 miles, so yeah, we're pretty much there. Come on, mate, on your brakes. No, see, he does that and it louses us up. And he's green. It's got to be a Kenworth, that. Green Kenworth. Chevron. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Right, well, just around this corner, obviously we're going there, and HMS, right. Cool, so we'll go around here, and straight in here. It's a bit of a random spot for this building, isn't it, really? I don't know. Yeah, I saw, look at that guy there doing dodgy stuff. Where do you want this, Skippy? One day we might actually attempt a proper reverse, but Don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. Let's see. It's going to strike green. There we go. I will unhook. Cool. 12,360. What do we get? $13,680. Awesome. And we're pretty close. We'll get there to level 7 as well. So, just give me a mo, and we'll go on to the intermission here, and I'm just going to put something up against the door here, because, you know, it's annoying me, and yeah, I'll be back back soon. We're back. We are back. So, let's have a look. Do another job. I think we're probably going to do at least another 2. Okay, we'll see. 14,000 on that one. So. Where we're going, Bairstow to Oakland. Milling Machine, HMS. In the International. That is 359 miles. That's a very similar route to what we've done. So we started in LA before, didn't we? And we went to where did we go? Sort of Santa Cruz-y area, didn't we? Where did we go? Oakdale? No, we didn't go to Oakdale. San Rafa. Anyway, yeah, let's do that. Simply because it's going to give us bucks. So, Renault Trucks Racing. Cool. Let's get back into the International. Whoops, see here. Just put that. We got the milling machine on the back. Oversized load on it. Now let's get out of here. Alright, see ya, Cobber. Not a bad truck, this one. Pretty decent. I don't mind the International here. It looks pretty good. Right, anyway. We'll wait for that forward. And we'll go. So, right, left. Oh, yeah, there's another Inter. She's only bog standard though, that one. So. Still looks okay. It's because they were better than him though, because we're a trim level up, or probably more of a trim level up. We've got sleep cap anyway. But looking top notch. Rightio. And we go down here. And onto the highway. On the highway is Highway 15, I think it was. Alright, settle in for a hard night trucking. Might as well put our lights on big, because it's 6:30 PM, so we'll put the big lights on. Get it off here. Supposed to be a trip and a half, 348 miles. Apparently 7 hours, 21 minutes. But we'll go to where we need to go. Get this machine delivered. So get on the highway here and whoop, cruiser-rooney. Oh, we need to slow down here anyway. No? Yeah. To go past these few random buildings. Ooh, somebody's alarm or something's going off outside. I don't know if you can hear that. That's gone now. Vaguely annoying. That road's gone from like a reasonably decent looking highway to this 2-lane goat track, and we're behind this truck, which is a bit annoying. This is going to slow us up. Old mate might want to turn off though up here. We'll see. No, there's no way for him to turn off. Oh, he is speeding up though, so maybe because we're towing a heavier load it might hold us back just enough so we're not right up on him. We'll see. Put the cruise control on. It's 53, as you can see down there on the dashboard. That was let the truck do its thing. Roll along. Oh, it's going to go back to 2 lanes up here by the looks, which is good. So we can start. So maybe we can clear this vehicle. Whoa. Oh, we're slowing down. Why are we slowing down? We're going to stay left. We probably should be on the other side there, but actually, you know what, we'll get over. Until we get some speed up, or we get to the limit, we might just go past this truck here. We might catch him up. So. Right, so our money, $84,219. That's exciting. So actually, this next trip will take us close to 100. It'll be about 98, I think, in the kit. So we might still do another delivery after this. And then go and make a purchase, which will be exciting. Over here on this corner, which is not advised. I wouldn't advise to do what I just did, even though I'm not a truck driver. I don't think it's really that great. 756, 50. Cruise on. Yeah, we're slowly pulling away from that truck, which is good. Looks like we're coming up to a bit of a hill though, so we may good to start to ease over. I've got an indicator on last point. Start to ease over. If we're holding speed at the mo, but if we get to like 53, 52 miles an hour, I'll get off the cruise control, get the throttle down myself, which is exactly what I'm doing. Excuse me. Alright, come on, truck. Oh, wow, our mate and his Chevy Suburban or something there, going past. Caddy. Going past. Tumbleweed going across the road everywhere. She must be an automatic, this truck. See, it's got drive, neutral, reverse there on the dashboard, so she doesn't have a proper stick shift. Don't have a gear shifter. Oh, look, there's that hotel from Bates Hotel. Motel, I should say. Is it motel? Yeah. A bit of psycho action here. I've not seen that movie. Maybe I should at some point. Alfred Hitchcock, probably his most famous film. That said, a lot of his films are quite famous. Vertigo, North by Northwest, The Birds. Is it Strangers on a Train? I believe it's called. And also, if it's got like James Stewart and Cary Grant in it, it's a Hitchcock. And it's cautious about this car here. I want to get over, get past this, whatever that is. And then this truck here, but we're going up to the left. An elevated left-hander, so... There we go, and we're going to have to slow up down here again, I dare say, probably back to 40. Because there is... some shops and things coming up here, so... Oh, Bakersfield, right, well we're going to have to slow right down to that. 40, great. There we go. I'm Veronica Corningstone. Watched Anchorman last night, I was watching, I was like, wow, Christina Applegate's classy. She's a classy news lady. I like her outfits actually she wears in Anchorman, they're pretty fun. And also, like Ron's suits as well. The maroon one, of course, is well burgundy because he's Ron Burgundy, but that real bright, like electric blue one he has on when they go and have a bit of a showdown with the other news teams is pretty fun. And Vince Vaughn with his like white pants and he has that red blazer on as well. But I was like, oh no. Christina Applegate looking pretty good, I thought. As a news lady from the 1970s. Is she like... Here's the question. How is she an underrated actress? Is she, yeah, an underrated actress? Christina Applegate? That said, though, to be honest, the only thing that I can at least think I've seen her in is Anchorman. And, of course, Married with Children, because she was the daughter, but she was a child actor. She didn't go crazy, I don't think. She's still living, still working, still doing things. And that's all you got to ask for. But at least, it's interesting that she was in a long-running sitcom, but she still, like, works. Same as the guy who was the dad, because he's in Modern Family. And what's the name of the lady? I think she was in Futurama. She did Leela's voice. But the kid, I don't know what his name is, who was the brother. Like, what's he doing now? We're talking about Married with Children. No idea. I don't even know what his name is. It's probably like Bud or something. Bud Fox, like Sanacott Steel. That's the next movie to watch actually in the playlist is Wall Street. And then Anchorman 2, and then the second Wall Street. Because that's how it works. But actually, well, I believe if I look at my playlist, I think Anchorman 2 actually comes first because it's curated alphabetically because of the number. So, the 2 becomes Anchorman 2 comes before Anchorman. But I was like, well, I'm going to veto this and watch, Anchorman before I watch Anchorman 2. So, but Wall Street's next to watch, and then yeah, Anchorman 2, and then Wall Street, the second one, Money Never Sleeps, or what it's called. So a bit of Mick Douglas action. But Wall Street, that'd have to be one of Charlie Sheen's earliest films, I would think. That, and what else was he in? Platoon, that was pretty early Sheen, if I recall. And before Charlie went off them rails, he got shafted from 2.5 Men. And then they were like, oh, we got to keep the show going. Let's bring Kutcher in. Like, well, anyway, here, we're going along right. High beams, yeah, let's put them on. Why not? We've got under 200 miles to go, which is good. I tell you what, it feels like we're going pretty slow. If I'm honest, stuck at 55, but oh well. Just, you know, lax highway driving. It's a bit average. I might have a, that's probably what I'm going to have for my lunch. I'm a bit hungry. Oh, I'll figure something out. I will discover something and consume it. What a plot twist. Ooh, got a yawdy. Ooh. Just go and check to see how that hard drive's reformatting as well, and get that sorted, and then get what I need to on this end sorted out as well when it comes to hard drives. Make sure the data that's on them is backed up. I'm pretty sure it is, because they're a backup themselves, if that makes any sense. So we're just gonna clean them up and do a little bit of reformatting action and back up some stuff. Which is fun, isn't it? I have to get a little bit more serious about, doing backups. I should be like, say for example, Friday. It should be like Friday's backup day, or something like that. Make a particular day to run a backup. Like Friday's backup day, or whatever day's backup day. So, I do have a whiteboard. I should write on there Friday to what time's backup day, or go and try and run the backups. Yeah, right. Well, slowly getting where we need to do. Where we need to go. 140 miles to go. So we're getting there. Stockton or Fresno. So, yeah. Very, very good. But yeah, you know, look, I hope everybody out there's going, okay, and doing all right in this, interesting time, I suppose, for the world, for the global community, but it's okay. It's all right. It'll be, things will work out, I'm sure. Well, maybe not straight away, but things will be okay. That said, I can't guarantee that. But if they're not, well, I don't know, send me a bill or something. It'll be fine. It'll be okay. We will be okay. I need to, on a side note, actually I might do it when I get on YouTube later. I'll put this VOD up and should actually, excuse me, do a little bit of a release. I haven't done that. I've got some of the videos on YouTube, but I haven't, they're just private. I'll make them public, do a little bit of a release schedule or something on there at some point. I should actually, one thing I need to do is go into my artist about my artwork, so I can have all that done and put that up, which would be nice, and finish, you know, quote, setting up my accounts. So let's go over to this lane here and just go beside this, was it fuel truck or something? I know it's some chemical. Is it Evolve? Or is it, no, it's one of those, no, it's Peterbilt. I was going to say it's one of those Kenworths, but no. Right, 90 to go. And it's 2 o'clock, at least here local time for me, because I can hear the radio in the background beeping. And that means the beeps, the countdown beeps mean it's news time. And just looking at the phone here, it says 2 PM, so. But of course in game it's 11:46 PM. So we're going to get to our destination apparently at about 1:30. 1:36, 1:37, sort of hovering about that. So about, what, another hour, 45 minutes or so, which is good. 70 miles left, 76 miles to go. So we're getting the job done. The fuel economy on this truck's okay. We haven't used, it's gone down about a quarter, would you say? Yeah. Just looking at the fuel gauge on the navigation there. I don't know what gauge on the dash here is actually for fuel. Oh, the one on the right, the far right, is fuel. So it's about 3/4, a little bit under. Not quite halfway. So, anyway, it's not in the red. That's the most important thing. Literally nothing happening. It's pretty dark. Nothing really exciting. Or some lights over there. Various building. Looks like it might be a barn or something. A barn. So, 50 miles to go. At least for me, when I know that I'm close, obviously, to a delivery, is when I get to see the when I can see the pin in the little flag on the map here. I'm like, good, I can see that, so we are for sure getting close to delivery. But what we've got here, got to get off the highway here and go up this road. Oakland, Oakdale. It's an uphill number. This is uphill and then there's lights at the top. So if you've got a big load on, a truck that doesn't have much grunt. You don't want to be stuck on this. Could be risky. Like, ooh, I was going to say like now. No, she can get up here, but I've been stuck on these hills before. Okay, so we keep rolling. Oh, we're okay that way. We're okay that way. So we're not exactly going to stop, but we did roll slowly. So I'm going to. Oh no! We hit the armco or something there with a curb. I want to stay as right as far as I can so I don't clean up that bus, which we are not going to do, which is good. Ah, well, we hit the pole or something there. Not great. I was like, it's probably going to be close. Obviously it was. A bit too close for comfort. Oh well. 30 miles to go, 37, so we'll be unloading this bad boy in no time. Wow, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. Geez, these power poles are close. Like, real close together. Too close together. Look at them. It's ridiculous how close they are along here. And what that stops, and then where does the power go from there? Don't know. Oh, we've got more power poles up here. Well, how close to these ones? Yeah, it's a little random little bit here. Highway maintenance department, maybe? I don't know. Look at all these power poles. See how close they are. Wow. They could be like, what does it say? There's a car coming. Oh, there's a sign up here. Oh, there's some lights coming towards us now. Oh, it's nothing. What is it? Somebody's driveway. Oh, right, that's all it is. I was like, oh, there's traffic. Oh, I can see green lights up in the hill there. Looks exciting. Wow, here's power. This. Whoops. Put a bit of light down. Oh, we're there. Pretty much. Only a couple of miles left, 8 or so to go. So we're probably going to slam the brakes on, slow this down to about 40 here in Oakland, California. The Oakland Raiders, which are left town, leaving town, aren't they? I don't know. Oh, risky UPS truck. At least a 5 team there stopped. Down to 30. Right. Oh, that's that down there, toll on Route 80. Or Highway 80, I should say. Hell, I got Oakland. She's a harbour town. Pretty much. How exciting. Right, go on. Go, go, go. Caprice there. Ooh, which we've just absolutely destroyed. Oops. Oh well. Not my car. Not my truck either. But we will get penalised, no doubt, for that. Geez, this is a bit tight around here. Should have gone the other way, actually. Oh, yeah, probably much for muchness. Fuel there, a bit of Irving. Right, we'll go straight on then. Easy, 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 easy. That fire truck, ambulance, I should say. Geez, risks. They like taking risks, don't they? Right, where do you want it, Skippy? In here to the right. Let's see if we can get around here without lousing up this delivery. Or hitting anything for that matter. Let's go straight, schmooze over here. Ooh. We are a cowboy driver, that is for sure. Absolute cowboy operator. There we go. Excellent. Excuse me. That's a sip of... My coffee here's now gone cold, but oh well. Oh, we've gone up a level. Excuse me. Now what we'll do, we'll just go fuel economy and then we'll go just in time, fragile, high value, long distance hazards. And we'll just keep going like down, like a snake it through, so. Fuel economy. Now, what's our money? $98,000. We'll do another quick job just to get us over that 100 grand. That's legit pretty much what all the rest is done. Eee, look at that. This truck here is max what we're going to get. Helicopter San Fran to Fresno. San Francisco. We're going to go to Fraser. Where's that? No. I want to do something a bit different. That could be a goer. And we still get alright dollars for it. Not as much as this, but that's like, this is almost what we've just done. So we'll do this one, I think, with the special transporting a helicopter, like San Francisco to Fresno. So we haven't been to, there's Fresno there, so it's a little bit different. It's a little bit, not quite as much, but the money per mile, $49.19 per mile, that is. So we'll do that, 248 miles. So we'll take that job, and then when we come back from, well, when we finish that, I should say, we will have a look at a truck. Now, I don't know if we will need to borrow some money. I think I will, just to make sure that we're going to be able to have enough to actually afford the truck and the spec we want. I think ideally. Well, we can go into the dealer, put a few specs on, and then if we can't afford, we can just go back to the shop. So we go back to the menu and change it out. So we're in the Mac here, the big Anthem. Is that what it's called? Mac Anthem? I don't know. We've done something similar to this before. I remember driving over this bridge setup here. And look at that, we've crashed already, so it's a disaster. We may have done this already, a similar delivery to this, but doesn't really matter. Oops, don't think we need the highs on. Yeah, maybe done something similar to this before, but oh well. It's hard to remember sometimes what jobs and where you've done deliveries. Especially when you're just doing contract jobs. What we'll do when we get our own truck, we will change our... we will take jobs from, of course, where we've just delivered stuff. So, and I think I'll put the map to explore. So we'll be going to some different places, some new places, hopefully. If we can get up this hill, up this ramp onto the highway. Actually, we'll just turn that indicator off. I think this is... Yeah, it is. It's just a full-blown lane, which is good. One thing I will say that does annoy me a little bit about the special transport jobs is you can only do a particular speed, so we can only do 40. Even though it doesn't matter if a truck can go, quicker than that. We can only do 40 miles an hour. It's a little bit annoying. So am I going to get burnt for not driving in between the cars? Nope. Anyway, let's have a look. We can't really see the load actually, but it's a helicopter, apparently. So some big ugly thing. So, well. Yeah, they're going there. Skippy. Reverse neutral drive. Plus minus. It's an automatic as well. This truck. Oh, I'm not really taking much notice. I'm going around here. Look at that. Actually, I wouldn't be able to go down there. I'd get in trouble for. Well, I probably I could, but I'd get burned for not staying in between the trucks. Sorry, for the escort vehicle, and also this setup just here. That lane's blocked off, so that would cause some problems for me as well. I decided to go around the alternate route. What? That was ridiculous. Absolutely. It's not my fault. The truck, this cop was like, oh, I don't know if I want to switch lanes or not. Dumb. Anyway. That'll hurt us on the job, but oh well, whatever. I think what we'll do is we'll just put that cruise control on. And we'll sit back and put our feet up, I think. That's actually the San Francisco, the city proper, up over the bridge there. With a nice, delicious toll on it. I'll take it to Oakland. Oh no, San Francisco, oh, both. It's probably Oakland just there. Yeah, because that toll, I think there's the one that we saw when we went into Oakland before. So. So we're going to go up here. And then... okay, here, so we're just going to do a little bit of stuff to make sure. Get around here. There we go, that, yeah, beautiful. They pulled over there, that truck. They like the discos, don't they? The old blues and twos. I don't know what that guy's doing, just there because why not? Taking a picture, was he? Should have flipped him the bird. Yes, yeah. Right, 191 mile to go. So still a little ways. Fair good slug to go. I've only done about 50 miles or so. Well, we'll get there. The main thing is at least we get, well, as long as we get there safe and or sound. One of the two. Preferably. Yeah. Hopefully both words. use them, if I'm honest. So. Another bit more police action there. It's the Popo. It's the police. Oh no. Oh. So this road would be the same one I probably drove on before when I went up to Oakland. So all the traffic's been parked. Got off the road parked up there. Very nice of them. Saving. Excellent. So if we crash, we can start from here. Or hit the escort vehicle, which, you know. If you want to lay some blame, I reckon the guy in the cop car being a bit lax. Being a bit lazy. Not impressed with that, if I'm honest. 40 odd, okay, 41, 160. So I just did, what do you call it, rambling? Mumbling, that's it, mumbling to myself. Right, so we're going to get off this road back onto the big highway, just here above Lux, which is good. So we will start doing what we need to do. Is that truck going to stop? He should do. Let's make sure there's enough room. It's interesting indicating honestly we probably don't really need to, but doesn't matter. Better be safe. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. Right, well, we'll just cruise along here, I suppose. Doing 41, speeding, but we won't tell anybody of that. Right, saving again. So if we crash, we'll start from here. Ho, ho, ho. Right, now because it's not dark, there we go, I'm going to look at our load a bit better. Look at that traffic behind us. That's hilarious. This helicopter, big twin spinner thing. Interesting. Interesting looking bit of gear. Hop back into a cab so I can actually drive slightly properly. Whoop. It's interesting this doesn't have a rear view mirror. I suppose it might have a camera, reversing camera. That's got like the wing mirrors, but it doesn't have a mirror up here. I suppose that said, you can't see out the back, so that's a pointless thing to have. So. Mm-hmm. 120 miles to go, so we're racking up the Ks, which is good. The chargers are popular. Like, I mean, in the real world, they're probably not over in the United States, but at least in the game here, Dodge Chargers, I hot it up once, it's snazzy. Jeep Grand Cherokee. Just there. Cement truck. Obviously doesn't have a load because the barrel's not spinning. Let's put our daylights on. We don't need the headlights on anymore, I don't think. Ooh, that's ugly. That Lincoln, I think that's what that is. Ugh. What were they thinking? This is pretty uneventful, isn't it, really? I mean, besides running into the escort vehicle. There's not really much going on, not much happening here on the sides. Headlight usage offence. Right, whatever. What, in trouble because I don't have them on? Let's put them back on. I don't know, whatever. Ridiculous. Absolutely redonkulous. I suppose everybody else got their lights on, so. But if you can't see me driving down the road, I've got a police car ahead, vehicle behind, red flags. Also, I'm towing a helicopter. So, right. Bus, they're going past. She's not quite a Greyhound bus, is it? Oh, they've got to swerve in that cop then for a second. Hold Inter. International Lone Star. Governor. Various gauges, various buttons on the truck. Now, it's pretty bright out. 7 a.m. Let's turn these lights off. If we get fined again, we'll just cop it. Whatever. Wow, is this straight road we're on is like the longest straight in the history of straight roads? Maybe not quite. Actually, a while ago now, a couple of months ago. Two or three maybe. I went for a ride on my bicycle and I was riding down a country road, straight one. And I tell you, it just seemed to go on forever. When I was riding down it, I was like, is this road ever going to end? Is there going to be a kink or something in it? It just seemed to go on and on and on. I think it was about... I did measure it. It was like 1.5, 2Ks or something like that, I think. Which wouldn't have taken me like really that long to ride down a couple of minutes, but it just seemed to go on forever and ever and ever. Anyway, we're doing okay. 50 miles to go, 55 miles to go. So almost, of course, at our destination. So we'll be there in apparently 1 hour and 12 minutes. So nearly 7:30 in the game, 7:24, and we're going to get there at 8:33 or something apparently. So about an hour. Ad's probably helped a little bit because we're doing 41 rather than doing 40, so we can rack the distance down a little bit quicker. What is this truck doing? It's gone past us now, it's slowed down, and we're overtaking it whilst doing only 40, where I suppose that truck could be doing 50 at least on the speed limit. He mustn't have any grunt. Once she Lone Star. I don't mind this Mack though that we're driving. It's pretty nice. Slightly partial to a Mack truck, to be honest with you. Right, so we've got to get off the road here, which will be fun. These highway on-off ramps are solidly average and negotiate the best of times. But when you have a bit bigger load on, a bit heavier load, you've got to just be a little bit more cautious than usual. So we'll just go out here a bit further and we'll turn it hard. Spin that back round. How's that trailer going? If there was a car there, good chance it would have been cleaned up. Now, I'm pretty sure I have done this route or a variation of it before. That wasn't great, was it? Got round there safely. Well, safe-ishly. Old California highway, bit of chips action there on the bicycle. Not quite as cool looking that as the big Harley with saddlebags on it. They even still ride them, I don't know, highway coppers, not sure. It's a bit of a novelty actually to see a copper on a bike around here. Sometimes during the summer you might see them out on the BMWs, I think, big BMWs they ride around on. So you might see a cop on a bike. It is a little bit of a rare occasion. When you see one, you're like, oh, it's a cop on a bike. Don't see that. Don't see that at all. So yeah, it is a bit of a... Okay. Interesting, but... might be a bit different. Your mileage may vary, of course, with how often you see cops on bikes, motorbikes that is. I often see a cop on a push bike. I've seen police on push bikes before, which is interesting. Right, there's the flag in the distance. I can see the pin, so... And yes, I've done this delivery before. That is for sure. I'm actually just thinking if I actually have done it on the stream here, or if I did it on my other saved game. I feel like we may have done it on the stream, because the road up here is yellow. You can see where the right turn is here. There's a little bit of yellow just on the other side of a red. So we have done this route before. I can't remember. Well, yeah. Anyway, whatever. We probably did it in this truck, actually. I know we've done a delivery in one of these trucks before. Alright, going to go ahead of his freight yard. No, because it's a bit of a, I won't say it's impossible, but it is a tricky park that you have to do with this trailer, so we probably won't get it. Right, now to tell you what, I'm pretty close on that. Oh. I hope whoever's helicopter this is doesn't actually want it in like pristine condition, because it most definitely isn't in top spec. That is for sure. So we have done some damage to it. Well, I can't come over too far because of that. Oh, we've got to park there, so. Now let's just see. CNB, I want to get the square around as much as I can. I don't think we've done a very good job here. I've tried to do my best, but no, I don't reckon she's going to take it because there's still so much trailer over that side. So we're probably out of the thing. That might be for where the cab's supposed to stop. Yeah, it is. Anyway, you know what? We'll just do that. Take it or leave it, Bucko. Awesome. So, $12,546 on that. We're very close to level 8. Right, now we're going to go here to the dealer and we're going to make a purchase. We're going to go to the mod dealer and we're going to go for the Mack. Right, cab. Now, I want to go with this here. It's got the double headlights on it. Now, for the chassis, I was thinking this one with the... this one's got the big 260-gallon fuel load. This isn't really going to make any difference. That's just a bit of a longer wheelbase. It doesn't give us any advantage here with anything else. Right here, engine. So let's just go through. I think it's not that great. That's the standard engine. That's average. That one's okay. That one's decent on the normal cargo, but we want something that will give us a bit of help with the heavy cargo. So that one does. That one gives us a little bit more. They're very much the same. For the price difference, I mean, the gain's minimal. So I think we'll go with this one. Because it doesn't, also that doesn't hurt our normal cargo quite as much. Gears. That gives us a little bit on everything. That helps us out, takes us normal cargo back, and it gives us a little bit. That's okay. That's average. That helps us out. That's not good. Well, that's average. That one's okay. That one's decent. That one's pretty good with the heavy cargo. This is probably the pick. I think so. We'll go with that. New total 94,000. We've got 110, so we've got 60. So this is the stock interior, the brown. I don't mind the brown. The black's also nice. I think I might go with black though. Colours. That's loud. I don't know if I like that brown. Ooh, that there's pretty cool. That one's pretty old school. I don't mind that. Yeah, let's go with that one, I think. Accessories. So we want... There's a couple I want. Bull bar. And we will put lights on the front. That changes the hood ornament. I think that's fine. Filters. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that one. Over the top. Yeah, I think that's good. Actually, I don't mind that. Stock mirrors. They're okay. Round bulldog cars. I might go with those ones. This is for the back. Have that on there, or that. I think I might go with that. Exhaust. Ooh, the dual stacks. Oh, big chromies. Can we have... ooh, they're cool. Oh, yes. Right, put the granny visor on. We will also go over deflector and beacons. Right, around the back here, chassis, yeah, it is what it is. Mud guards. Okay, no. So what, we can't have that, which is lousy. Also, we can't have that. We'll go with these ones, the chrome ones. That look alright. On the back here, mud flaps. I think we'll just keep the stock ones. The rear bumper. I don't like that. I think we'll keep that. And what's that? That is the exhaust. And the tyres and wheels I think are fine, if I'm honest, the way they are. Go in the front here. What's this? Oh, it's a little mirror. Let's get them too. We can afford that. I have to just watch our capital sun visor we've got. Cabin lights. Let's have a look here. Middle. What do we reckon about this? Looks cool. Let's buy it. Confirmed. So it's going to cost 107. We've got money. We can afford it. Purchase. Exciting. So this is our garage here. Yep. And old Larko is going to be... Thank you for your purchase. We will deliver your newly bought truck to your garage in San Francisco. Awesome. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a quick drive of it. So we'll go back. We'll hit drive. Just so we can check it out. We'll just go for a quick little burn around San Fran. Oh. Yes. Very nice. Hey, what's going on? Pitbull. We've just purchased ourselves this truck, the big Mac. So we're just going to go for a quick little spin around here. We'll just go around the block here in San Francisco and make it for that car. Well, we won't make it for that one. Yeah, it is a pretty fun truck. We went to black interior rather than the tan and whatnot. So luckily we had enough money. I was unsure if we would have enough money to buy it with some spec, but we did, which was good. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I don't know, will we have enough? I don't know, might have to take a loan out just for the difference. But we had enough, so this yard here, we'll just drive into that, turn around and drive back to our yard and yeah. I actually saw a truck on the weekend, similar vintage to this. I think it was towing logs, if I recall. Yeah, I just went the actually, let's see what chassis did we go for? I think we went for the long chassis. No, the short one. But we've got the big tanks on it though. So the long chassis didn't gain us anything when it come to the heavier loads, and also made just for general manoeuvrability of the truck. It took that down a bit. So I thought, well, we'll go with the standard length chassis, and we'll just keep we'll have the big tanks on it. What's it, 260 gallons or something or other, I think it was. So. Alright, I've just had a little bit more poke off these, off the, what am I trying to say? Slow down. Let's go on this yard here, just so it turns yellow for us, and then we'll just go spin back around the block to our yard. Yeah, there's a few chassis options you can get. So it's the short wheelbase, and then there's the long wheelbase, and the two short ones I think have 140 gallon tanks, and then the big two, no, let me try again. There's short wheelbase, and then there's long wheelbase, and you can have them with 140 or 260 gallon tanks. Oh, that's what I was trying to say. But well, actually, what I can do is we'll just go around the block here, and I'll park back at our shed, and we can just have a look in the check it out in the shop briefly for you. I don't want to be giving you dud information there. So I'll just go up around here. But if you come by Pitbull, and we're almost going to wrap it up. We've done some deliveries, done a few, about 3 or so deliveries already. So I thought, all right, well we've got our truck, so we'll get that. We'll park it up and we'll call it. But yeah, we'll go and have a look at these chassis configurations. Here. It'd be good if we could have a bug deflector on the end of the bonnet. There was a couple of different hood ornaments. You can have the dog, of course, or you can have a duck or something like that. I think there's another one. The bug deflector would be pretty fun. That's something typical you would see on this, at least particular style truck, at least around here, I would suspect. Go in here into our honestly run-down shed, and we'll park her up. While we're here, we'll just do this, have a sleep, so we're ready to go next time. Right, cool. So, if we go to the dealer, mod dealer, so it starts at 87, of course, customised. So, if we go here to chassis, what have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. So, we've got, this is bog standard, 151, I guess it's 151 inches, I don't know, wheelbase with 140 gallons. This is a little bit longer, 140 gallon fuel, and we've got the big, well, that same wheelbase but with 260 gallon tank, which I think's what I went for. Yes, I went for this chassis configuration. And then we've got the 140, sort of the 187 with the small tank, and then the 187 with the big tanks. So they're the chassis options. So we've got 151 wheelbase with 140 gal, 169 wheelbase with 140 gallons, 169 wheelbase with 260, which is the big tank, as you can see here, 187 with the 140 gallon, just the small tank, and then the 187 with the big, for 260 gallon. But if you look here on the side, as we go through them, the different wheelbases don't offer us anything over here, except if we go for the 180, we get a reduced maneuverability. So I'm pretty sure my truck has this, the 169 for 260. We went for that because it gives us the extra fuel capacity, but we don't lose any. We don't lose anything here, or gain anything really. You don't gain anything on any of the chassis configurations, except here if you go for the 187, the maneuverability is reduced. So maybe if you want to do heavy hauling and you went, like say, the extra chassis length, if it gave you an advantage on the heavy cargo, you'd probably get it, but it doesn't give you don't get any gain out of it. So we just went to 169 with the 260 gallon tank because it doesn't affect the truck's abilities in anything, but we get the extra capacity, we get the extra fuel capacity, so we get an extra 120 gallons of fuel. So, which is, do you want to cancel? Yes. So yeah, but anyway, so this is what we went for. We went for we got the Mack R600, and anyway, yeah. So this is our spec. I'll go back to this. Yes, so this is what we got. This is our spec, which is pretty cool. So yeah, so that's the chassis options on the truck. So really, it's just the length. Really just dictates sort of the fuel capacity a little bit on something. As I said, there goes the remote. My controller off the computer onto the floor, but oh well. But yeah, so that's just that configuration, those options that you can get. Anyway, thanks for coming by. Really appreciate it. Hope you had a good time this last few minutes here, Pitbull. And of course, everybody else who has been watching. So yeah, I'll catch you next time. And on the weekend, we'll be playing a little bit of I've completely gone blank. City Skylines. So we'll be back in our city doing a little bit of work there. Thanks for the sub, Pitbull. So thank you very much. And yeah, I'll catch you all next time. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to go and have a sandwich or something, I think, because I'm hungry. Also, probably should tip my cold coffee out and get myself a new one. Anyway, see you later, everybody, and thanks for stopping by.